All right, welcome back to the UJ Chevrolet pregame show. Todd Morris with you here on the Bulldog Radio Network, and it's time to sit down with UMS-Wright head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview. And Coach, we get into the win column last week, 25-6 victory over LaFleur, and really not just a win, but a region win, and we'll take those any way we can get them.
Well, you're right, and we didn't play great. We still had too many what I call unnecessary penalties. You're going to have a hold every now and then, those kind of things, but we were getting, I think we had 6 procedure penalties, which linemen moving, wide receivers moving, backs moving, and we gotta clean that up because in looking at it, we had 2 touchdowns called back. We had a penalty on the 1-yard line. We missed 2 field goals.
Yep.
Some things that when you get against some really good teams, you can't make those kind of mistakes. But I was glad we seemed to be a little more physical. We ran the ball much better. And, the guys played with the same energy as they did the week before. And that's one of our things, Todd, is we're not good enough that we're not prepared and play hard every week.
Right.
And I really can't understand it. Every other sport, you get to play somebody 2 or 3 times a year. And if you lose a game, fine, we're going to make up for it Friday or the next day or whatever. Football, you get 1 chance, and all you're guaranteed is 10 times. And I told the guys this week, I said, guys, you have worked too hard since January to not be ready to go on Friday nights. I mean, you only get 10 times to do that. So that's been a point of emphasis, and the guys have responded to it, and hopefully we'll keep playing hard and doing those kind of things.
When we finished our pregame interview last week, you said we needed to be able to run the football. And we came out against LaFleur, ran the ball 50 times, 325 yards, scored 2 touchdowns, really dominated the game from that offensive side. We had 70 plays for 390 total yards. I don't think you could have asked for any more, except for maybe putting it across the goal line a few more times.
Well, you've done all that, and you feel like you're pretty much dominating the game, and you look at the scoreboard, and they had that one long pass, and the score 7-6.
Yeah.
And you say, how is this happening? So now the coach, you start wondering, well, if they do that one more time and we don't do anything, we still hadn't won this game, and it felt like we were dominating.
Yeah.
And yet we were making mistakes, shooting ourselves, missing field goals, and those sort of things. So we were able to run the football, and Coach Campbell and Coach Dean told me they were going to get better up there, and I felt like between game 1 and 2, they were much better.
When we're back on the road this week, 2 weeks in a row, BC Rain this week, Viger next week, both on the road, 2 really, really, really important region games for us before we get an open week in game 3. We don't have to look far to see how dangerous BC Rain can be. Last year, the 31-21 loss, but they are an athletic team. What do we got to do on the road here this week?
Well, we got to be able to run the football, and we got to clean up some of our mistakes, and be able to do that. And we need to mix in a little more passing, which we'll probably do a little bit more this week than we've been doing. Max is getting better and better, and a better feel for it every week. The game's slowing down for him, so it's time for him to start in the wideout, start making some plays.
Yeah.
Also, so that's going to be big, and it is a big region game. BC Rain, having the record they had last year, they lost their quarterback, they lost their that good running back that had been there forever, but they're defensively, they're back 7 linebackers and secondary, all back. They lost their front, and winning is contagious. Once you win a little bit, Todd, and you know it from coaching, the guys start playing a little bit over their heads, and BC Rain, you can tell, are doing that. They're going out there now kind of expecting to win, when before I'm not sure they really expected to win. So it is a big game this week, and next week they all count 1 game.
That's right.
We got to be ready to play on the road. BC Rain's first home game. They played Hillcrest the first week, got beat 16-14. Lost last week to Foley, a 7A school. You didn't know how good either one of them really were, but then Hillcrest this past week beat Andalusia, who we all know about.
Yeah.
So that right there got their attention.
Absolutely. I know we've had a couple of injuries. Bring us up to date on that situation.
Well, we lost last week. We lost Jack Blackerby, our tight end. I think he's having surgery this morning, matter of fact, on his foot. And then Monday in the JV game, we also lost Richard Scott, who had some good runs on the very first play of the game. So we lost two guys, and Jack was getting better and better. First time to play football, and was figuring it out a little bit better every week. So losing him hurts, but we'll move Jake Lott in there. And, it's kind of like you say in football, next guy up.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a chance. It may be your only chance, so you better be ready. So Jake's going to get his shot, tonight. So we'll see how he does.
I would say the defense played really well last week, but we really don't know. I mean, they played really well for most of the game, but they only ran 30 plays.
You can kind of – I think they had 7 the whole first half.
That's it, yeah.
But you can kind of tell on Sunday.
Yeah. When
they're going over the film, and usually one of them got 70 plays, and the other one's got 40 or whatever. And this week, the defense was through way quicker than the offense.
They got a little more time off on Sunday.
Exactly.
Than you. Yeah. All right, Coach. Thanks for joining us on the UJ Chevrolet pregame show. We always appreciate you sitting down with us each and every week. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute with more of the UJ Chevrolet pregame show right here on the Bulldog Radio Network, Sports Talk, 99.5 Mobile, an iHeart radio station.